talking about embroidery a lot lately, and for a good reason. And that's because Printify launched embroidery on multiple products, which I have been waiting for years. And we now have the ability to embroider on sweatshirts, t-shirts, different hats, jackets, and we're able to do different print areas, including like the large front chest, which is such a game changer for people wanting to sell higher quality print-on-demand products. Embroidery is an amazing way to reach a whole new level of audience, people who are willing to pay more for a higher value product, which embroidered products are. They don't fade, they usually don't fall apart, and if you've ever just compared a DTG print to an embroidered product, the embroidery just looks so much better. In fact, here's a recent sample I got of the zip up hoodie over here, which I think has turned out fantastic, and I'm going to be wearing this all summer when I'm camping. But the number one thing that scares people away from starting embroidery is the fear that their product is not going to turn out well, specifically because embroidery has so many rules around the file type. And one of the most confusing ones to actually figure out before you print is, are your lines thick enough to be embroidered? So in today's video, I'm showing you the easiest way to double check this and how to fix it before you actually go to print and face some print errors. The first thing you need to do is you actually need to pick your product and the print area. So what you're gonna do, say for example, we are doing the hooded, the zip up sweatshirt right here, which I am absolutely in love with right now. You're going to go to start designing, and no matter what product you're doing and where you have the selected print area, say I'm doing the left chest here, you're going to see this over here, which is called your print area size, which is just in your pop-up bar over here to the left. And for this one specifically, we are seeing that the print area size is 1200 by 1200 pixels. So the first thing I want to ensure that I'm doing, no matter if you are using Kittl or Canva, you can do both, and I'll show you the quick way to do it in Canva as well right after, but they're pretty much the same. The first thing you want to do is build out your file to your exact print area size. So for this one, I'm doing 1200 by 1200 because that was my print area size that Printify gave me. Then you're going to bring in your file and you are going to make it as large as you're going to want in the Printify print area size. The idea is that when you actually bring this file into Printify, that you're not having to resize it at all. So if you want this as a small print, you're going to make it smaller. If you want this to take up the whole area in which you're able to actually have this embroidered, then you are going to make it as large as you would like without stuff getting cut off. Next, we want to check the Printify guidelines to see exactly how big a line needs to be threaded or embroidered correctly. And if we read here underneath, we have for a text size that the text should start at least 0.25 inches. But if we scroll down as well, when it comes to just lines, we want a line thickness of at least 0.05 inches. And the big thing that you really want to check here is you need to make sure that text is not smaller than 0.18 inches. Otherwise, they will resize or omit text, and you do not want missing text for your customer. Next, what you can do is you can Google just inches to pixels, a random calculator. And I usually use this one. It's the first one that comes up to me that works well. Unitconverters.net. And then you are going to put in the size that Printify gave you. So let's stick with the text one. Maybe I want to be extra on the safe side, and I just want to make sure that everything is 0.25 inches. Well, that gives me 24 pixels. And for text, they did tell us we want at least 0.05 inches. So that is around 5 pixels, but let's just do the 0.25 right now. So I'm going to remember this 24 pixels. So coming back to my artboard in Kittl, you can also do this in Canva, but you're going to grab a rectangle, and on Kittl, you can just hit R. I believe you can on Kittl or on Canva as well. And then at the right side bar over here, I'm just going to unlink these. And then I'm going to change the size to 24 by 24. And then we have this pixel size here, which was on the heavier end of the safety guidelines. They recommended, again, the lines be at least 0.05 inches, which was 5 pixels, and then that text be at least this 24, but the smallest it could be was 0.18 inches, which is a little bit smaller. But to be on the safe side, I can just go and bring this over different parts of my design and make sure that generally my design is thicker than the pixel that I have created here. Taking a look at some of my design here, I actually might think for this that this is too small and I might get rid of this since 2010 here. And this is why it matters so much that you're actually building this out to the exact guidelines and size that Printify gave you, because there's other places that have a larger print area. So in relation, this pixel is going to be a lot smaller. Say for example, I was actually printing this as the large center chest. This artboard is the size of the large center chest. And when I make this much larger and then I bring over my pixel, in comparison, it looks a lot smaller. But taking a look here, and again, because we were doing a very safe pixel, we were going with the largest size that Printify gave us from their line safety. This is we're actually following the text size and not the line size here to be extra safe and not have to worry about anything being cut off. I would probably choose a different text for this since 2010 and go with something thicker. If you actually want to thicken up your whole design, what you can do on Kittl or on Canva is just add an outline. For Kittl, what we're going to do is we're actually going to just go to border and we're going to make this thicker. And then we can use our handy dandy pixel here again to check things, though this design doesn't look so great when thickened up. Again, instead for this one, because the adding an extra border to fit and make our pixel work here, we can make it slightly bigger. That still looks a little bit better, but I would still probably just opt to pick a thicker font overall or move or change this since 2010. I did on purpose choose a very heavy file there. This has a lot of moving elements and a lot of elements to it for an embroidered design. Generally, if you are making embroidered designs, they are going to be simpler on the thicker side, like this cool dad's club here, which just taking a look at it with my pixel, I can see automatically this is going to be no problem at all. When I'm actually printing this, I am losing my pixel when just hovering over it. But if we had really thin font, something like this is one where I would probably flag it and say, we need to choose a different, much thicker font to ensure that our customers are getting the best quality and they're getting a design that was printed the way it was designed. And this exact strategy can be done using Canva as well. Build out your file to the exact file size that Printify gave you. And then for here, you can actually just scale it downwards and it's going to show you the width and height in pixels in the little box here. So I'm just going to bring this one down to my 24 by 24. There we go. And now I've got my little reference pixel here that I can check my file against. And now when you come into Printify, when you upload your file, you should need no resizing. It should fit perfectly how you saved the file. If you do have to resize it, then you are pretty much losing your reference pixel because now it is not proportionate to what you're scaling, especially if you're scaling downwards. Scaling upwards should be okay, but I would still highly recommend for the best results, build this out to the exact size Printify gives you. I hope this helped you guys move forward with embroidery more confidently. And if you want more extra tips when it comes to embroidered products, I'm gonna link my video up next on everything you need to know about embroidery before you sell it.